We made it. We survived the night. Couple $100 in. Was it worth it? Should have gone with the cheap tickets, let's be honest. Shenyang is great, but it's just not, what I thought it was. I should have known that it was a Falun Dafa propaganda event. Hello?
No, not this fucker.
Hello? So why do you think Americans are crazy? I think the British are crazy. It's just like my opinion, man. Sue Slide is finally sleeping, huh? It's like I've been on Clubhouse for years now. Finally ready for a nap.
Yeah, no, he's just resting a little bit.
What are you doing today, Dennis?
I'm chilling.
You. What's that PTR again? What are those things called?
Minions.
Minions. Do you know? Do you know what a minion is?
No, I just, it was more of a joke because we were all called minions one day in a room, so I just created, put it as my PTR.
Mm. Yeah, a minion is a gathering of 10 Jews. 10, not 11, 10, not 9. Gotta have 10. Do you know why?
No, why?
10 is the magic number. But I think it's like a clubhouse room where you got 10 people, who are respectful and listening and engaging. It's not a bang room. So when you get 10 people connected, it's kind of like, I guess, it's like linking. You see what I'm saying? Where like you go from brain power of 1 to brain power of 10. I mean, yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Do you think it's possible to link brains and increase the overall IQ?
No, I don't think so.
You're so quick to come up with that answer. I have to disagree.
Well, because I think it's like there's the possibility that some people will just bring other people down.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You can't be in a room of any. You can't admit a negative into your network or subversive.
Well, like there will always be somebody that brings the average down, though.
Yeah, of course. You're going to have that bell-shaped distribution curve in any group, but you can correct for that and weed the undesirables out of your network. Or you can leave them in, but I'm just saying, Clubhouse shows us that you can essentially network brains for greater processing power and decision making and analysis. Whether that's true or not, I don't know.
Interesting something. I study the shit out of it, but when it comes to others, I'm just not clueless.
Do you do really interesting accents here and there?
Oh yeah, I do all kinds of accents: Black, Indian, Chinese, European.
So English, like how we say Greece, the Greeks don't say Greece, they say Elada, for example.
Right.
Or how recently Turkey changed its name, saying call us Turkey. It's not because it was a native name.
Right.
Basically, this happened in 1930, I think. No, 1935. On the Nowruz, on the Persian New Year. This is the first day of spring. And the king asked the foreign delegates to start referring to Persia by its native name, Iran. And it took a few decades, but it eventually kicked in, and especially after this revolution.
Right. Iran.
Yeah, but because Persia is a region of Iran. Persian is an ethnicity of Iran, is an Iranian ethnicity. You have Kurds, Persians, Armenians, Georgians, Azerbaijani, Baluchi.
Wasn't there a kind called the Medes, or they don't exist?
Yes, the Medes are the Kurds today. The Kurds today, their name used to be Medes.
Interesting, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why the name changed. But it's just history is such a intertwined, kind of it's like a crumbled paper. You have to open it piece by piece and try and open it. But it's fascinating when you look at it.
Oh yeah.
Persian. I have Rumi's red book in front of me. Can I read a little poetry to you in the room? If Shuki allows it, if he's not too busy feeding all of his rescue horses.
You guys, sure. Is it in Persian or in English translation?
Oh, it's in English. I can't speak Farsi.
Persian, not Farsi. Persian.
Oh, Persian. Okay, let me go get the book.
Farsi is a mistake. Ch or J. So Parsi became Farsi. Sfahan or Sepahan became Isfahan. Azerbaijan became Azerbaijan. Gundashapur became Jundashapur. Because the Arabs can't pronounce P. So Parsi is the name of our language, name of our people. And Parsi in Greek is Perse. And in English, because it borrows from Greek and Latin, they add an IAN and it becomes Persian or Persian. So if I say I speak Farsi, it's the same as a Frenchman saying, hello there, I speak le français, rather than saying I speak French. Do you understand?
What? What did you say?
So the French word for French is le français, okay?
No, it's not black
Imagine a Frenchman speaking English, and instead of saying I speak French, he says I speak le français. He doesn't use the English word for le français, which is French. The English word for Parsi or Farsi is Persian.
Okay, I got it queued up here. This is called Being a Lover by Rumi, the Sunrise Ruby. This is called the Sunrise Ruby. This is a love poem. In the early morning hour, just before dawn, lover and beloved wake and take a drink of water. She asks, do you love me or yourself more? Really, tell the absolute truth. He says, there's nothing left of me. I'm like a ruby held up to the sunrise. Is it still a stone or a world made of redness? It has no resistance to sunlight. This is how Halaj said, I am God, and told the truth. The ruby and the sunrise are one. Be courageous and discipline yourself. Completely become hearing and eat, and wear this sun ruby as an earring. Work, keep digging your well. Don't think about getting off from work. Water is there somewhere. Submit to a daily practice. Your loyalty to that is a ring on the door. Keep knocking, and the joy inside will eventually open a window and look out to see who's there. Okay, this is called Water from Your Spring. What was in that candle's light that opened and consumed me so quickly? Come back, my friend. The form of our love is not a created form. Nothing can help me but that beauty.
Yo, can you shut the fuck up?
Oh, did I trigger your emotional response syndrome? Did you get angry? Did a little poetry from Rumi bring out the devil
Why is
inside of
Shuki,
you?
just kicking his asshole out?
Could you imagine living your life like that? You listen to Rumi and you get angry on a social audio chit chat hypnosis app as a little rabbit named King? Wow. I bet you living with you must be a real pleasure.
Shuki, wake up, man.
Believe me, I'm pretty sure if Shuki
That was
could.
beautiful, Zen. Thank you for the poem, mate.
Oh, you're
I was,
welcome.
gonna say, you might be have you read that one phrase in my profile?
Let's see.
It's from the Persian Book of Kings.
I turn to right and left. In all the earth, I see no signs of justice, sense, or worth. Oh, that sounds like Gaza Strip with the Hamas ISIS terrorists. I see what you're going for there.
Keep reading.
Oh, there's more. A man does evil deeds, and all his days are filled with luck and universal praise. Another is good, and all he does, he dies, a wretched, broken man whom all despise. Oh yeah, definitely all about the Palestinian, Gaza, ISIS, Hamas terrorists.
Of course. It's a show, my friend. And we are the victims, we are the winners.
I bet you that Bunny Rabbit King up there is pro ceasefire, pro genocide. I guarantee it. What do you say, King?
Go fuck your mother.
Video.
You know, we are our words, and that's why I choose to read Rumi. So when I hear a little Bunny Rabbit King say, go fuck your mother, it makes me...
Guys, can we talk about something serious, please?
دلم برات خیلی تنگ شده.
درود بر شما. گوش کن. What I'm saying is that, look, I'm sure you're a lovely guy. We spoke before, yeah. You sure, you know, he's a great guy as well. You know, we're all good people here. It's just
Really? You think King's a great guy? Have you heard what he said?
Listen. I don't care. All I'm saying is that we are talking about things which are not about me or you. We're talking about general things which can add to our knowledge that we can use and take away, you know, maybe, you know, kind of use in life at some point. You know, we won't get any dumber. We'll get a little bit, you know, more knowledgeable about what's going on.
I agree, but reading Rumi, we can talk about everything under the sun. If you
you were reading Rumi, and that's so that enlightens the spirit. And you know, King said, "Can you shut the fuck up?" It was a bit rude.
My point is, Persian. My point is, if you don't have 3 minutes on this fucking app when you spend months or years on this piece of shit audio hypnosis app, if somebody's reading a little beautiful poetry in the morning to wake you up, to give you a little joy, and your response is vulgarity and insults, I mean, I would honestly say that King needs to reflect in the mirror and say to himself, you know, why am I such an angry person? That's my whole purpose for coming here, is to essentially critique people's anger emotion response and read information that's helpful to people. Just having useless discourse is not helpful to people, okay? It says in philosophy books to run away from associates that engage in useless discourse.
This guy,
Let's
just...
Yeah, go on.
Persian, listen, this guy records rooms for his stupid YouTube channel, and he's just hoping to get anybody to say something so he can put it out there. He's being kicked out of every room.
Oh, wow. Is that your analysis of who I am, Mr. King? Who are you?
Anyway,
He has like 10 accounts. He has more accounts than me. He has endless accounts.
Well, why is Shuki, are you here?
Yeah.
Could you kindly
Can you
Zen out,
kick this
because
guy,
apparently,
please, Shuki?
yeah. Zen, I mean, no offense by this, it's just for the mass, you know, ease.
Oh, Shuki is a strong man. He can do whatever he pleases. I mean, I don't...
Shuki, based on your own judgment and your own choice, do what you will.
I don't think Shuki gives a fuck. Maybe he does.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, hippie.
What do you all doing?
Well, we were talking about Mother Persia and her glorious history before Islam. and then it became a personal matter of Rumi. I mean, to be honest with you, Zen, we do have a saying in phrase in Persian. It's called "Khurusa bi mahal." It means, an ownerless chicken or rooster. Basically, the Khurusa bi mahal, the ownerless rooster, basically goes around, enters someone else's barn or something, and literally with a completely different kind of vibe. And you came in all of a sudden, reciting Rumi. It was a bit random.
Oh, well, this is what I do on this app. I come on here and I do what I want to do. What do? You do you do what you want to do.
I do the same. Yeah, sure. Yeah, of course. I'm just saying, as a fellow, I basically know where you're coming from.
Well, listen, these pal. I do what I want to do.
Side or out west type shit. Chicago released Ducks and they wanted to paint a green for St. Patty's Day. But when I was downtown though, that shit, it looked like Manhattan except it's just clean. Like it wasn't even dirty or nothing. It's not dirty, clean. Ain't no rats. And Manhattan is dirty as shit.
What motherfucking thing that? What's going back to Mahal or Manhattan, man?
Nah, like this thing. Like,
Manhattan is dirty,
nigga. That garbage.
Nigga, this man, that ain't dirty, nigga.
That shit is dirty.
Wait, the Upper East Side? Other than that, nigga.
There's litter all over the floor in Manhattan.
All of it, I agree. All of it. But Manhattan,
Manhattan too. Because I was just there like 3 weeks ago and it was dirty as hell. I was like, damn, you niggas. But I'm saying, when I went to Chicago, I was staying in downtown Chicago. It wasn't none of that. Shit was clean as fuck.
Bronx is definitely dirty. I ain't gonna cap. You see a crackhead every block. Every block you see a crackhead. I ain't gonna lie. No bullshit. No bullshit.
I was on the Lower East Side of Manhattan and it was dirty.
That's not bullshit. You see a crackhead every block over there. Yeah.
Listen, Chicago is run by a bunch of clowns. We're lucky that it's even somewhat clean.
Chill with that shit, man. You're too really good.
A regular person, man.
Go. Get off the app. Get a job. Do something in life, man.
I think you're projecting, my nigga. And Mike Arriota, your app sucks, and you a goddamn pedophile. I like that little micro perm you got going on, motherfucker. Hello?
That's hilarious.
Hello? Hello?
Damn, hold on. Before we continue, why you gotta come in this app like that? Damn, that's fucked up.
Because he's on my app. He's on there all the time. You fucking weirdo.
I'm in the app, that's crazy.
Hello?
You're welcome, man. You're welcome. You just gotta stop calling black people niggas on Saturday morning, man. Y'all get away with that.
Listen, my nigga, I will say whatever I goddamn well want as long as I don't stress that hard R.
He has to be, because it's his spirit. Can't be another spirit. Can't be another person. It don't work like that. That's our.
Let me ask a question, right? So, hold on. Let's look at what was here, right? Hold on. If I'm in jail, right? Why would I not jerk off to the women guards? Why would I not do that? All right. So can I answer that? This is what I'm talking about. Like you say,
One thing about the truth, it don't need no explanation. It don't need no explanation. What I'm saying is, you sound like one of the guys you started AP. You don't have no watch this. Hold on, let me finish. Watch this, nephew. I've never been to jail in my life, man. I've never been to jail in my life. So that lets me know first off your narrative.
You know what a nigga would do? What a nigga sound like that would just talk to a prison guard or female prison guard.
Hold on, the same way. The same way you know about police. You're not just saying it. I'm saying it like
a gay ass conversation. Like, did y'all
all y'all females go to jail, niggas. So cut it out. They be gay for this thing. So let's be honest.
Listen, all y'all females loving jail niggas is a fucking lie. You wrong about that? The fuck? The fuck a nigga in jail could do for a woman that's living in the freedom? Okay, get the fuck out of here with that shit. Ain't nobody.
Let's be honest though, sis. Let's be honest. You gotta be paying bills for mine. I'm saying.
But at this point, y'all up in here dick slamming, house dragging on the concrete.
That's what I'm saying. But you don't want to be honest. You don't want to be honest right now.
It ain't about being honest, bitch. I'm high city, okay? I don't want no jailhouse niggas, no Uncle Ruckuses. I want a whole man, not a half of one. Thank you.
I'll tell you when somebody produces balls right now.
That's my friend Cherry.
That way. Don't get me started.
Hey, Rabboino Shalom, good Shabbos, everybody. Happy Saturday, happy St. Patty's Day.
That's a real conversation, the fuck? Because y'all doing too much fucking screaming on the stage. It's too fucking mad.
I'm not the one with that shit, and I apologize, but I'm not that.
Yeah, don't come at me like that, because I'm a whole woman, not a half.
That's your real,
so please respect me, because I do respect y'all, but all this sword slinging dicks is too much.
That's a nigga with the fucking metrosexual over there trying to overtalk me.
Truly overlaps with what we see as our enemy, not white people, but the cracker mindset, which is why I praise individuals like Elijah Muhammad, despite not being a Muslim, because he took essentially what Islam was, right? The same way the Shiites don't recognize traditional Islam and they have their spin where, you know, they see some other dude as inheriting leadership of Islam after Prophet Muhammad, Elijah Muhammad essentially tried to do the same thing, which is why the CIA, right, had great fears and still do have great fears of black nationalists, right, working with a foreign government. Because one thing that foreign governments and this government has recognized is that this particular population, the 44 million black people here in America, you know, there are more people on their own than all of the people in Canada. So this population can actually present a national security threat, all right? So when slavery was over, they tried to figure out how the fuck to export us elsewhere, okay? They came up with the, what's that? Back to Africa movement, the one before Marcus Garvey, where they tried to send us to Haiti.
To Liberia under Franklin Pierce.
Can I say something?
That's a legitimate concern. You don't think that's
Hello? Can I say something?
Yeah. Avi, just hold up. People are talking, bro. Just hold up,
You don't
bro.
think that's a
Please.
legitimate concern considering the Soviet Union's propaganda network tried to target black Americans and decide to race war in America?
No, it's absolutely a legitimate concern. I don't fault the white man. To be honest with you, I would love for black people to get in shape and understand the reality of the world that they live in, because they think that the children of the folks that lived in that era didn't inherit the will of their ancestors. They absolutely did. They have to continue the work and the development of their ancestors' legacy.
Yes. And here's the thing, like, the white there were white segregationists who were called racist, right? And we'll never know their actual arguments because the government declared it illegal for their views to be heard. And this is why you had in the 90s the black segregationists and white segregationists. The Ku Klux Klan and the black nationalists used to be on the Maury show being like, we agree on this. You know what I mean? Right, do you remember that? So, like, from your and my perspective, it's actually the white integrationists who have been stopping you guys. So the way of history is not that white conservatives have been stopping you. No, it's white liberals who have been stopping you, using the FBI, using the CIA, right? But in reality, then you, just like Gizmo said, you should understand that the concerns were legitimate. Marcuse and Angela Davis literally trained an entire generation of activists to continue their work, dividing the community, dividing people, dividing the classes, and instead what you want is more of that. Yes, and what we want is to bring the blacks' flight back to the black community so that if you guys can get rid of crime within your community, whatever measures it takes, then you will bring back the economy of every community that there is none in. All the stores will start coming back. Black middle class and upper class will start making small boutique stores. This is what you guys need to do, but the division is what's stopping you. The ideological division, the political, like we said, the pundits, the performers, the politicians who use social status and being super liberal and commie as a way to get social status without, understanding the consequences it has on the community.
Gio, can I add on to this point?
Yeah.
So I've put in the chats a book called Aristocrats of Color. It's a book about black aristocracy. So it basically studies the black elite from I think 1880s to 1920, and it shows that what was happening sort of post all these things was there was a aristocracy that was basically a black aristocracy of America. And when we're talking aristocracy here, we're talking about old school sort of Republican aristocracy of black people. And that culture has basically been completely destroyed by progressivism and wokeism, much more so in the blacks than it has been in the whites. Because you'll still find sort of aristocratic Republican elites in white people, but you will not find them so much so in the communities of,
Abi, do you know any white people and how cucked they are?
Yeah, I know a lot of them, but you'll still find some of them who are aristocratic white people. Not a lot of them, but you'll still find them, As I said, the devastation has been pretty bad. But it's been much more worse, for the black people, because I think 80% of the blacks voted for Democrats, whereas 50% of the whites voted for. It's just yeah.
Well,
so if you could, right, let me just finish the point. So the thing is, what I think would be really good for the black community if they could revive the tradition of black aristocrats, and I think you guys should give this book a read.
I mean, yeah, for that to happen, you would have to get rid of the public school system, or at least the mandatory attendance of them. You would have to get rid of, for instance, maybe bring back segregation to a degree. It's okay for black elites to have their own school, but it's okay for white elites to have their own school as well, right? So, those two things are the two things that were the biggest cause of the destruction of the black elite. There used to be a elite school called Dunbar High School, in I think it was Washington D.C. or Maryland, and they used to produce some of the most high elite blacks who went into all the elite institutions in America. They became congressmen. They became when they went to the military, they were in all these positions, and they were the black elite. But then what happened was, once you had public school become the new norm, all those kids got sent back to where they came from. And they just became the smartest kid in their district, instead of being in an elite school of the best kids of all over the South coming. All the black kids who were the smartest coming to the elite schools. So you totally destroyed the future production of black elites in that manner. Yeah.
So I want this thing to
let me say something. I'll be quick. Yeah, I'd have to disagree with you about getting rid of the public school. I don't think we need to get rid of the public school. I think we need to go back to the old school days.
No, I said also the mandatoriness. I said, or at least the mandatoriness of the public school, so that you're allowed to build alternative schools, right?
We're seeing that in a lot of states where they're having the school choice.
I would also.
Can I finish my point?
Yeah, go ahead.
So I mean, public school is not mandatory. You can homeschool. You can start your own, as long as you have the necessary curriculum that is conducive to where the state needs them to be academically. You can do that. I don't think that it's mandatory. It's only mandatory if you have no other options. They don't want your kids just sitting there, their brain collecting dust or whatever. But I think having that old school male leadership, and I do agree with you as far as is an old school aspect of religion, like that old school Christianity of holding people accountable and community and fellowship. That I saw my grandparents going through, that they practiced and kept them together, and kept some type of structure and organization in that household, in those households, in those communities. I agree with that, but I think it comes back down to male leadership. If we have the proper male leadership, which is instilling, allowing men to do what they do as far as leading and guiding their households and communities the way that they used to be able to, without all this, calling tough love, toxic masculinity, I think that's going to overcome any of this leftist progressive bullshit narrative that tries to creep its way in. And I'm speaking.
What's that? No, he's not. Go ahead.
Yeah, no worries, man. I'll make it quick. I'm sorry. But what I'm saying is that, and I'm speaking anecdotal just because I've raised two sons in that shitty progressive public school system, and I spent 18 years fighting that system to make sure it didn't be broken.
What are you yapping about, bro?
Everybody gets roasted.
Can you mod me and I'll fucking take the show?
It's all good. So
Just came up, Ashling. Give me he literally just came up. There was no way I could have predicted who he was. All right. Jesus.
But
go ahead.
Yeah, I was saying,
Oh my God, Kyle, you're next. Okay.
Yeah, you got the troll brigade coming in. But I'm just saying, raising my kid. I spent 18 years fighting that system to make sure that it didn't erode the values and qualities, principles that I instilled in my